Are the central banks alone responsible for this influx of money? Or where does it all come from? Economics students in Siegen, Germany, are investigating just that. What do people know about the origin of money? That's what they want to find out.
We're from the University of Siegen. We're doing a research project about money. What does money mean to you?
You can't do anything without money.
Where does the money come from?
Not from me, that's for sure.
How is money made?
Through work, of course. I'm not sure.
In banks. By the state.
I couldn't tell you.
The responses were sobering.
It was really varied. A lot of people had no response at all. Some said the bank or that it's just printed, and some mentioned manipulation. But most had no idea.
For years, financial expert Helge Peukert has been annoyed that money plays almost no role in economics. Many consider it just a neutral means of exchange.
It's strange that it's not just the public who are in the dark. The students' street survey demonstrated that well enough. But the money creation process also seems to be something of a mystery among academics, and even in the banking boardrooms.
The banks are silent for a reason. They would have to explain to their customers that these days it's them creating the money and them benefiting hugely as a result. As Peukert explains, money isn't neutral after all. It's not the central banks, but private banks that generate most of this new money, a process also known as deposit money creation.
Money is created when someone goes to a bank to take out a loan. The bank opens an account and issues the funds. It's then in a contract with the individual who's taken out the loan. The bank hopes that person will pay it back someday. That means the original impulse to create money comes from private banks.
That's new to most people. Many think a loan works like this. Savers take money to the bank and the bank loans this money to a customer, such as someone buying a house or running a business.
But that's not the case. If someone has savings, their money is parked in a savings account. The advantage for the bank is that person can't just take it out. When the bank issues a loan, it's created from nothing. These two processes really don't have anything to do with each other, even though it looks that way, and even though that's what the textbooks say.
This is how it works. A customer wants to take out a loan for 10,000 euros. The bank has to deposit between 1 and 3%, so at least 100 euros, with the central bank. That's it. In return, the bank is allowed to transfer 10,000 euros to the customer's account at the push of a button. The bank generates 10,000 euros of electronic money from 100 euros, and in return, it collects the interest. This creation of deposit money is a license to make money.
The banks are happy, of course, that they can do this, because that gives them a free rein. They get to keep the profits, the seigniorage. That's a few billion every year. Who'd want to miss out on that? Definitely not them.
Private banks basically create new money as they wish. That used to be the privilege of the mint, of princes and governments. It's a privilege to create money and therefore profits out of nothing. This privilege has been in the hands of the financial industry for a long time, and in recent years it's been unchecked. Is that really such a good idea?
The big banks in particular have massively increased the money deluge in this way. As a way of imposing more controls on the financial system again, private banks could be deprived of the privilege of creating money.